What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Chris Evans here with 0 Meter Chasers, covering a significant severe weather threat in Illinois on Thursday, June 11th. The Storm Prediction Center has issued an enhanced level 3 out of 5 risk for portions of Illinois, Wisconsin, eastern Iowa, in northeast Missouri. So looking at the Weatherfront website here, you can see this SPC outlook, and this does include a 10% tornado SIG 1 risk, meaning long, strong track tornadoes are possible on Thursday. There's also a 30% SIG 1 wind risk, meaning 75 to 80 mile an hour winds are also possible with this setup. And then when we look, we also have a 15% hail risk as well with this setup. So a dangerous day of severe weather looks likely to unfold tomorrow, Thursday, June 11th. Let's dive into the data. Here is the HRRR starting at 8 a.m. Thursday morning, and you see we will have a complex of storms near Des Moines, Iowa that will track off to the east, and this complex of storms is going to be very key to exactly where the most significant severe weather threat will set up as we get into Thursday afternoon. There is a damaging wind threat with this complex of storms. However, the tornado threat will remain low on Thursday morning. So as we get through Thursday, right around noon, I'm going to switch over here real quick, and we're going to look at the dew point values because you will see, looking at our dew point values, that we have a cleared warm front here that's going to start setting shape around noon on Thursday. So this warm front starting at noon will be anywhere from Chicago to Davenport to Des Moines. And as we fast forward this a couple of hours, you can see that warm front kind of surged northward as we get into the afternoon on Thursday. And this is leading to a wide expansion of dew points or moisture in the 70-degree range. So that is plentiful moisture as we get into the afternoon. But as we look here, and if we look at the Cape, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you see we're starting to get 3,000 to 4,000 Cape, which is plenty enough instability or fuel to kind of fire these storms. When we look at the shear values here, you will see we have plentiful shear, especially along that warm front and just south of it. We have plentiful shear to kind of support supercell thunderstorms, especially at first. And when we look at the supercell composite, again, you will see that we have an area, especially along this warm front. So if I zoom in a little bit here, this is right along the warm front just south from Madisonville, Wisconsin to Rockford, Illinois. Our supercell composite is really starting to increase at 4 p.m. And when we look at our significant tornado value, again, we have a big, strong signal for strong long track tornadoes as we get into our Thursday afternoon. And this threat will push off to the east, but it does look to maximize anywhere around 4 to 7 p.m. And if I back it up here just a little bit, we'll go to 2 p.m. and we'll look at some radar, some reflectivity from the HRRR. And again, looking at how that warm front advances and how that MCS complex kind of tracks through the morning hours on Thursday is key to seeing where the supercells kind of develop. So here it is at 2 p.m. showing that by 4 p.m., especially along the warm front, we have a lot of messy convection, but the parameters are going to be very capable of a strong tornado anywhere from Madisonville to just south of Appleton with these storms. And then looking further south into eastern Iowa, into western Illinois, we'll have to watch these supercells to see if they can grow. There's a strong signal that we might have some discrete supercells that are going to be tracking here into eastern Iowa off eastward near Rockford, Illinois, as we get to around 5 or 6. I would say the greatest tornado threat as we get into the afternoon is just along and south of that warm front here from Madisonville to Rockford, basically. That is where I think we'll have the most significant tornado threat. If you look downstream, though, opposite of our tornado threat, we'll have more stronger storms that are starting to fire near Quincy and Davenport, and those are quickly they're going to quickly fire into a line as we get into the afternoon. And this line could be capable of 70 to 80 mile an hour wind gusts as we get into our Thursday evening and overnight, especially in central Illinois on Thursday. So that is kind of the setup that I'm looking at as we get into our Thursday. A dangerous setup of severe weather does look possible. I will be live chasing this setup as we get into our Thursday in Illinois. We will be covering this live on our Zero Meter Chasers page on Facebook and Twitter, as well as YouTube. And we will have live chasers on the ground, which is something that we're looking to provide for you guys, more coverage and ground truth of what is happening on the ground in the Ohio Valley with severe storms. So that is something that I look forward to, and we will have live streams covering this event tomorrow in Illinois. Thank you guys, and have a blessed day.